I am a Jet fan, but I recognize that I don't represent every Jet fan. No one can. Joe B., great Jet fan, I was his radio partner for many years. I think the greatest of Jet fans, but he doesn't represent every Jet fan. And the reason I say that today, Tiki, is I have been slapped in the face with an opinion over the last few days that I do want to address. And that is many of my co-Jet fans.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Believe that it's not
feel it.
Thanksgiving weekend.
Don't do it on Thanksgiving.
But it's actually Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh, come on.
This isn't me speaking, but this happened twice in 2 days.
You wouldn't bring it up if you felt a little bit of a tinge for it.
That I want the Jets to tank?
Yes.
Come on, man. I've made it clear I want to see my team win. Look, we're on the radio. We voice our opinions. I voice my opinions. Tiki voices his opinions. But the beautiful thing is we speak to you every day, 888-808-1019, and I want to at least illuminate all different opinions. And one of the opinions that I have had slapped at me over the last few days is that the New York Jets are better off losing. It really hit me a few days ago when I was at that Net-Nick game, and I was talking to one of the guys in the suite who was a Jet fan, and I said, the Raven game sucked. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm so glad they lost. I'm like, what? He's like, the draft pick. And I'm understanding that I don't represent the majority anymore. Like, I am now convinced that most Jet fans listening to us during their Thanksgiving drive, most Jet fans who are going to spend money and time going to MetLife Stadium on Sunday, most Jet fans who are going to spend any time watching this team the last few weeks of the year, they want their team to lose. That's just the reality, Teak. So don't blame me for being the conduit of most Jet fans that are welcoming in Thanksgiving, knowing they want to tank.
What was the Jordy quote that you told me a couple days ago? Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? The Jordy quote about being, it was Monday, about being losers.
First of all, I do want to clarify, Jordy Fernandez isn't famous enough to be just referred to as Jordy. He's Jordy Fernandez, head coach of the Nets.
Off the top of your dome, tell me another Jordy you know, other than Jordy from Star Trek.
Jordy Nelson, the former wide receiver.
Oh, whatever. You know. Okay, Jordy Fernandez.
Okay.
The quote was something like, there's a difference between losing and being a loser.
Correct.
And losing, you get up, you try again. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing. When you're a loser, you just stop trying. If you just commit to tanking and, I don't know, playing, what's the kid's name? Brady Cook?
You got it right, Brady Cook is.
You go try to play Brady Cook, who has been on the practice squad the entire year and hasn't seen an NFL snap, and say, hey, why not? That's being a loser. I don't think that Aaron Glenn wants to, I don't want to say afford to because it's only his first year, so he can't afford it, but you don't want to be a loser. You want to try. You want to try to win. You want to upset teams. You want to let the draft fall where it may. It's not important because it's 6 months from now. We're not worried about who you're drafting or what draft position you're going to be in. We already saw this because of the trade of Quinnen Williams, that this team can get wherever they need to in the draft. You don't want to tank and lose right now and become a loser. What's the point of that?
Well, I think there's a difference between what the players are doing, what the coaches are doing, and how fans are reacting. Yeah. Obviously, the Jets have a lot of guys on their team who are trying to prove they're NFL players. I mean, you got a guy like Jarvis Brownlee, who they acquired a few weeks ago,
right,
who's trying to put that tape together where he has an active role on the Jets next year, or he's on another team. So whenever we have these discussions about tanking, I want to make it clear, no player is actually doing that. No. I don't even think coaches are doing that.
It would be career suicide.
Correct. I think it's about us as fans, okay? We're all fans. Like, I'm going to Sunday's game. I'm taking my youngest son, Spence, to Jets-Falcons. When I sit down in my season ticket, I am not rooting for the Jets to lose. But what I'm expressing to you, Teak, is that I think I'm in the minority. I think that most Jet fans who are listening to our voices right now are like, no.
Okay.
I want to lose because I want the top pick and I want Fernando Mendoza.
Okay, so this is something that probably is only pertinent in this market, in our market. Maybe there's another, or Boston possibly. Do you think that organizations listen to the fans?
Sometimes.
And even if they don't listen, do you think that they hear the fans?
Yes. Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you stink and you're bad and the fans are pissed off about it, it gets back to the powers that be. They hear it. They can't help it. They get algorithmed into it at this point. I'm just going to look at this person on social media. Oh, crap, there's somebody going off on the Jets or going off on the Giants. Holy crap. They hear it. You can't help but hear it. And then if you don't hear it via social media, then some reporters are going to write about it. So the fan ire / disappointment in a team sucking matters. And so all of a sudden, if Jet fans just kind of quiet down, Jets lose, they're like, yay, hey, good job. Yeah, that's fine. It's all right. No biggie. Not a big deal. Doesn't that affect how the ownership structure evaluates what's happening? They think everything is fine. Even if it's just perceptually, they think, nobody's screaming about it. We're all good.
Are you saying that it's going to become our fault?
Yes, absolutely. Screaming and yelling. Did us not screaming about Joe Judge kind of get him fired?
Yes.
Exactly.
Did screaming about Brian Daboll get him fired?
Yes.
He contributed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, you're just going to stop screaming?
I think that, look, the Jets and Giants are so different, even though they're not different. Like, the Giants are 2-10 and the Jets are 2-9, and you're like, well, what the hell's the difference? They're 4-19 combined. They're so different in terms of how their fans are reacting right now. Giant fans want everybody fired, and because it's the new year of a new administration, I think what we've heard from Jet fans is just very little. I mean, think about just our show or this station in general. We've talked 80% Giants and 20% Jets.
Yeah.
And that varies year to year. It's not like we're biased one way or the other. The Giants have just been talked about more. And so I think what's been going on with the Jets anyway is just not that much conversation about them. So I don't think there's been that much screaming and yelling this year to begin with.
Right.
I think, though, that, and I'm going to do a science experiment. All right. The last time I was at MetLife Stadium, I went with Sean and I recorded him during the Giant Niner game. I'm going to do something different on Sunday. I'm going to do Man on the Street. I am going to interview people in the stadium as I walk around with little Spence, and I'm going to ask them a simple question. Hey, Jet fans, do you want to win this game? Those are the people in the stadium. Now, we can do it right now, 888-808-1019. Anyone could call in and answer it, but I'm going to be inside MetLife on Sunday. And I'm like kind of curious
I'm just
what
warning
the
you.
customers are actually going to say.
I'm just warning you.
Yeah.
Just like polling in politics, lie. Because if you go to a game, spend money,
Right.
parking, food, beer, whatever, martinis, whatever, and then you go there to watch them lose, you are the worst kind of loser. If you want them to lose, stay your ass at home.
So
seriously, what do you might as well go there and root for the other team?
So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to ask them innocently, are you here to see the Jets win or lose? If they say lose, I'm going to say, well, Tiki Barber thinks you're a loser.
Yes, please do that.
And you're the worst kind of
Yes,
fan.
you're the worst kind of loser fan.
But the
Why do
crazy...
you spend money to, be upset? I don't understand that.
Okay, I am not a tankist, so I'm going to try to explain this. We all want our teams to win. Okay, like Sean and Tommy are tankists. Maybe not this season, but in the past, they have been tankists. And as we've argued about it, as you've argued about it, I've never said to them, you're a bad fan. I've said, I just disagree with you. Like when I sit down naturally, I want to see my team win. What guys like Sean and Tommy and Jet fans who are tankists believe is that losing gets them to a better place. And so you're still a good fan. It's just you have a different approach to it.
Don't you feel dirty?
Well, I just want to insert this. He's right, but this is where it gets convoluted. I never once, in the history of this show for sure, because that's when the tankist stuff came up, sat there on a Sunday in December the last 3 years and rooted for a Giant loss. Never once.
So what do you do after they lose? You're like, that's good?
You wipe your hands clean of it. You're not upset that they lost the game. But you sit there and you're watching the game. All right, hey, what a touchdown there. You're not rooting with the same enthusiasm as you would in September, October, but you're not actually sitting down going, let's go Colts or let's go Cowboys. Like that point never happened. And I think tankists share that. It's just that immediate dread you have after a loss goes away. It doesn't exist because you understand
Because you're out of it.
You're out of it, and it's for the betterment of the future, and you've cleansed yourself of those 3 hours.
Yeah, but my follow-up to that is when Tommy DeVito beat the Packers. I think that's the game you always refer to that cost you Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
After that win, did you have dread
No,
and say...
No, I'm saying, hell yeah, Tommy DeVito. Good job.
Yeah, got a straight May.
Yeah.
But you're a tankist, so how did you feel on that?
How did I feel? You've played the clip. I thought we erased needing Jaden Daniels because Tommy DeVito was the answer.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Thank you. Jaden Daniels might not have been the answer.
Right.
Might not have been.
No, I'm pivoting towards it cost a Drake May. But
Right, it goes from Jaden Daniels to Drake May.
Right.
Yeah, I understand rationalizing why you lose and saying you're in a better place and it's better to have a better draft pick. Like, I think we can all do that after our team loses or wins. Like, you rationalize bad things that happen. But I think there are plenty of Jet fans who will go into Sunday's game against the dreadful Falcons and every other game the rest of the season and say, well, I may not be cheering the losses. I'm rooting for it because it puts us in a better place. Here are the facts. If the season ended today, it doesn't. The Jets are picking 4th. There is one team ahead of them who's probably taking a quarterback in the New Orleans Saints, and then 2 who may sell the pick off in the Giants and the Titans. If the Jets lose the rest of their games, I've already done the formatics on this thing, they would be guaranteed to pick number 2 or number 1. They would pass the Giants because right now the Giants have played an extra game, and the Jets would have the tiebreaker, assuming that stays the same.
The tiebreaker. You say that like it's a good thing.
That's right.
The tiebreaker in a negative way.
In a negative way.
In a loser way.
And the Saints play the Titans. So someone technically would have to win that game or tie that game. So the Jets would pass New Orleans or possibly tie and pass Tennessee. So the Jets are in a spot for the tankists out there where if they lose the rest of their games, they're picking in the top 2. And I think most Jet fans want that. They look at this season and say, it's about Fernando Mendoza. It's about finding a franchise quarterback. And I understand where you people are coming from. But when I sit down on a football Sunday, when I sit down this Sunday, my natural instinct is to want my team to win. My natural instinct is to want to see growth. My natural instinct is to want to see things that make me feel better about the upcoming season. But that's me. And unfortunately, Tiki, I am open-minded enough to know when I'm in the majority or the minority.
What is the majority?
Oh, I combined the words. Sorry about that. I'm in the minority. Most Jet fans want to lose. Tiki, we're living in a tankist world.
And look, if you want to lose, fine, stay home. Don't go to the game and try to and root to lose. That's loserist mentality. But you got to play. To me, it's always to win the game. You got to root for your team to win the game because you don't know when you hit that moment where everything turns and you just start to figure it out. It's unlikely because of the quarterback situation with the Jets for that to be a lasting, even if it happened.
Right.
It's not really lasting, but you never know. It just takes 1 or 2 little moments to turn a team into a winner. And both teams are waiting for this. The Jets still have more time to figure it out, but you don't know. So you got to root for winning.
Do you think that when I do my man on the street on Sunday and I take my phone out like a microphone and I say, okay, Bob from Jonesburg, did you come here to see the Jets win or lose or not? Do you really think it's going to be unanimous from people who paid to go to the game that are going to say, no, man, I'm here to see him win?
No, most people are going to say, I'm here to see him win. Because why would I have spent my money to come?
This is going to be one of the most fascinating science experiments I've ever done. We'll get to your calls next, 888-808-1019, the number. Of course, we wish everybody a very healthy and happy Thanksgiving.